Okay, so I decided to make this video because I have a mutual on Twitter that was talking about how he's over like Chelsie bashing Cam, and I was trying to explain to him that there's a very specific reason that I'm sure many black women understand about why Chelsie treats Cam the way that she does. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make a TikTok. I'm going to explain it. And if people are open to understanding, they'll get it. If they're not, they won't, and that's fine. So I would change the pictures out as I do all of this, but I'm taking a break. Looks like I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter for work tonight. So I'm taking a quick break. I did some other things, emptied the dishwasher, and now I'm making this video. So because I don't have a ton of time, that's why I'm not gonna, change out the pictures and do all that. Okay, so we know from the beginning of the game, in I think a confessional that Chelsie had, episode 1, she said that she thought that Cam was cute. So Chelsie has liked Cam basically the whole game. And then what happened was we saw that Cam really liked Leah. And just because the person that you likes someone else, you're not going to be able to stop yourself from liking them, especially when you live with them and have to see them all the time. So we watched Chelsie follow this white girl all around the house. We watched Cam, follow this white girl all around the house that was not interested in him, that ended up liking Tucker, that he continued to follow around the house when his two closest allies, Chelsie and Cedric, told him, listen, you're drawing too much attention. People are talking about a showmance. You need to stop doing that. And he literally didn't listen until he told Leah something and she told someone else and it got back to him. That's when he stopped. So, okay. So that happens. All right. So then next stage is that apparently, which we never saw because I don't think it was on the feeds, that when they were alone in the room at night, Chelsie and Cam, that Cam was saying, that, he was interested in her. Maybe they could see how things would be outside the house, all this stuff. During that same period of time, Cam was on the block. And I told y'all, do not believe any of this. None of it is true. He's only saying it because he's on the block. Sure enough, the next week, when Cam was off that block, you didn't see none of that happening. The only time Cam has been affectionate to Chelsie in this house is either when she was in power as HOH or he was on the block. The second she got out of power, the second he came off that block, done. So then we have that we're seeing Chelsie pick fights with Cam. They had, a cot gate while they were out in Jankyland, all of these different things, right? He has a conversation with her where he's like, I'm always the butt of the joke. It's mostly women in this house, all of that. And he was basically saying that he has to be flirtatious with Leah and Mackenzie to be able to interact with them because we, as black people, know he's a dark-skinned black man. He can't act in any way that can even remotely be perceived as aggressive with these white women. So they have that conversation. And what I understand, because I've been in this position, is that Chelsie picks fights with Cam because that's the only way she can get attention from him. And even if she gets the attention as a result of her doing something negative, she would rather have the attention, so she'll do something negative. And I think those of you you're often liked by men, or you our cishet man, this is the part that you're really confused by, because you just see it seems like she's mean to him. But what I'm telling you is it's deeper than that. It's beyond that. So then you have Leah gets evicted, because I told y'all Chelsie was never going to let Leah stay in that house, because she was never going to completely trust Cam as long as Leah was there. Because another aspect of this is that Cedric was actually the glue in this trio. T-Core was the glue in her trio. Cedric was the glue in this one. Triple C. Chelsie bonded with Cedric because they were both downgraded. And then Cedric bonded with Cam because they're both black, the only two black men in this house. So I really think it would have been Chelsie and Cedric and maybe somebody else, but Cedric wanted to bring Cam along. So that's how it became the three of them. If it was up to Chelsie, I don't think Cam would have become one of her closest allies. But it was the beginning of the game. You have to make allies where you can. So of course she's not going to say no. So, okay, so once Cedric left, it's like, this is one of Chelsea's closest allies. She's been playing the game with him, but it's really not the ally that she would prefer to have, and it's really not the ally that she trusts the most. She would have preferred to have either Cedric or Brooklyn. They got evicted. So their relationship is awkward for that reason as well. So then you have Leah finally gets evicted. So then you have, we're getting down, numbers are getting small. MJ becomes the third. I guess you could say their trio really got solidified shortly before Janky World. So now you have MJ's in the trio. So now you have Cam has been carried, he was, this entire game by Chelsie and now MJ, but mostly Chelsie, because Chelsie is even at this moment ensuring that MJ evicts Rubina and Cam stays. So you've been carried the majority of the game by this black woman, but you liked the white woman. Then it's being thrown out there around the house that, oh, Mackenzie and Cam like each other. I have never for 1 second believed that Mackenzie and Cam liked each other. Even with all that head rubbing and all that. I thought it was just, you know, you're in an extreme situation, you seek comfort. Honestly, what I thought is that Cam was maybe starting to like Rubina. But I'm not 100% sure about that. It's just some things I would see. I would see him like looking at her across the island in the kitchen. Just some things that I would see made me think that. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a thought that I had. So Chelsea's carried this guy. She's liked this guy the whole time. He has no interest in her. And it's driving her nuts because she feels like, I've done all this for you. You're about to be in final 3 because of me. Yet you have no interest, especially because Chelsie is gorgeous. Like, I'm sorry, if I was choosing between Chelsie and Leah, I would have chosen Chelsie. And you notice that Cam doesn't like Mackenzie. He liked Leah, who was similar to him in the game. She didn't really do much. She won 2 things, and then she was evicted. Like, I think one of the reasons why Cam didn't like Mackenzie is because he's intimidated by her. Like, she wins a lot. She's played Big Brother the whole time. Like, he wants somebody who is easier for him to, he doesn't have to feel any sort of inadequacies with himself by being involved with them. And he wouldn't feel that with Leah. So, let me see. And then add to the fact that you're in a house with no phone, no friends, no books, no TV, no nothing. And all you have to do is sit around and think about these things. So you add all that up and you get the way that Chelsie treats Cam. I'm pretty sure I said everything I wanted to say in this video. I hope that clears it up for some of y'all that are not getting it. Don't be rude in the comments. I'll delete and